Good evening, Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank here with an update. I want to give you an idea of what's been going on and what we had seen over the last few hours and what we're going to continue to see into the overnight hours and then into Sunday, right? Because we had multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, even one tornado warning that was reported. And that's what I want to look at now as we have started to see things settle down. I want to take you to our time lapse here specifically. And, you know, this is what's going on behind me. And now I want to put this on a full screen because I want to show you what's happened here from a standpoint of how we got here throughout the day. Look at this time lapse here. This was in O'Fallon, Illinois earlier, and you know it was a pretty significant time lapse here when it comes to what we saw throughout the day. And I want to show you what's going on because this is a pretty significant storm that moved in. And what I want you to note is a couple of different things. Watch how the clouds move in just different directions. That's just showing you how many variables are going into what's going on here. As that storm moved through, dumped some quick hail, a lot of very heavy rain for a while, and then cleared up. And I look behind this, you can see all the clouds going in different directions. That's really indicative of the processes that we typically see when we have that cold air and we have warm air at the surface and the rain cooled air, and we get these little boundaries. And that's why it took a while for things to change. Now as we look at that picture now, it's much more quiet here from a standpoint of what we saw throughout the evening. I want to look at from Sandy, and you had another view of those clouds on the Illinois side, the Metro East, and then on the Missouri side, Fenton. This was from our Kristen in Fenton at 141 and 44. This was from our 5 on Your Side Weather Watchers Facebook group. And if you're unfamiliar with that, come hang out with us just a little bit because I want to show you. We've got a lot of people that share photos here and videos. And it's really nice to see. It's really helpful in times like this. So I want to thank you. And, I want to talk about what's going on here for Mother's Day weekend because, the second half of things here, we will probably still continue to be dealing with at least a little bit when it comes to, a few things going on tomorrow. So here's what's going on. And I want to show you here the rest of the next several hours. Here's what's happening at the moment. The rain and some of that rain-cooled air, those processes on the surface, you could see how that right about in Cuba and things of that nature, I want to show you where that is. That's that rain-cooled outflow. You can really see that right there. And storms were starting to drive along that, but as soon as the sun set, it's pretty much cleared throughout. As we look at our estimated rainfall, a lot of us got over an inch of rain. There were some spots that got over 2 to 3 inches of rain in some cases here. And, that was pretty widespread. This was much needed, and it was slow moving at times. Here's what we're looking at the rest of the night. I don't expect that rain is impacting us tonight. Storms end, and, 65 degrees. The big picture is how that storm developed, moved to the south, and now we're going to see more storms later on, especially tomorrow. And that's where I think that we're going to have to look at tomorrow because specifically, we've got more areas that are still going to impact us on Sunday, and that's what I think we're going to look at here. The first part of the day is dry. Into the afternoon, we'll see another round just like this, and that's where I think we're going to have to deal with perhaps a similar setup. So it will be an alert day starting at 2 o'clock. There's a couple of different things that we'll look at specifically in this alert day protocol. I do believe that we are going to have an issue here when it comes to a few things going on tomorrow. So that's why it is an alert day for us, as we have 40 to 60 mile an hour wind possible. And while I don't think that this is going to be a huge issue, what we're going to see specifically are those brief bursts of heavy rain with some areas with large hail. I don't think that that's going to be an issue as much, but it is something to note just because we have had that today. And so I just want to take a look at a few things in that regard. So for the next several days, it's an alert day tomorrow, 87. We'll have more rain on Monday, and then we'll try to dry out for this period. So that's really the main thing for us today as we continue to monitor what's going on. But I did just want to give you that update here as we've got a few things going on. But that's your update here online heading into the overnight hours. No severe weather. Should be a little bit more quiet for now. And an alert day tomorrow. We'll see how that plays out, and we'll keep you posted.